Yeah, we good. What's the word, y'all? I am Words Illah, aka Drew Skills, aka Illdoinits too, and this is the Werds Illah Podcast. And of course, you know who's with me here.
What's happening? The Baker, So Many Guys Podcast, 1/3. You know what it is, man.
Yeah,
Werds Illah
yeah,
Podcast.
man.
We here. What's up, man?
We here, man. You know what I'm saying? Off of a 1 week hiatus. We took a bye week, so to
Yeah, yeah.
speak. You know what I'm saying? Took a week off. We had a big session for us. You know what I'm saying? It was myself, you, and Steve B. So normally I would ask you what you were doing, but I mean that was beyond. I know some other things you could tell me, but
Yeah.
so but yeah, we can get into that in a minute. But what I mean, anything else? What's been going on, man? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
nah,
saying?
not much, man. I started this little thing. Me and my brothers, man. So Many Guys Podcast. Shouts out to those guys. We started doing some custom prints, so been busy with that. Aside from recording and having fun.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we've been doing that, man, and it's going. It's pretty fun. You know what I
That's
mean?
what's up.
Getting to the money.
That's what's up, man. Exactly. You know what I
Other
mean?
than that, waiting to get here, yo. You know how it is.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, for real.
Back, man.
Exactly.
It feels good, man.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy, man. But like you said, since the last one, we had time kind of that night after the studio.
Yeah.
We could have, but it was
Yeah.
late, and it was just like, I figured we got a lot of footage. Shouts out to B Diz, the rock star. You know what I'm saying? He shot a big portion of the session. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He missed a part though. Like Steve went in at the last.
Hey,
I mean,
I thought
I
that
wanted
at
to
the
get some
end.
of that but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be multiple times with those types of things. I mean, the camera's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? And but yeah. So yeah, since that session was dope, man. That was a good time, man. It was
Super dope.
everybody was putting in work. Everybody came in ready to
Yeah.
go. Everybody was focused and was determined to get out what they were trying to get out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I think overall it was good. I think it was a good session,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
A really good session.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
The aura was super dope in there. Like, I don't know, man. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Y'all like, I don't, never mind. I'm not gonna.
Nah,
I'm gonna
man.
say, man. Y'all niggas is dope. That's all. Y'all niggas is dope. Shouts out to Steve B. Werds Illah, man. Y'all niggas, they rap, yo.
Nah, man.
We all rap.
I
Illldooinits rap, but
we
they rap,
do.
yo.
I mean, I do all right from time to time.
Hey, man.
That's what I always tell T-Rific. I be like, man, I just do. Sometimes things happen. You know what I'm saying? But I always tell people like, these are still me like trying to find patterns in rap.
Yeah.
I'm not even like storytelling yet. I'm not even like telling like a full concept. I'm still like I'm just gonna show you like there's technical patterns and things that I think and ways you can use words that some people aren't even thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Just certain things I can reference or whatever. But I feel like there's a time and place. When there will be a certain like thing that I'll need to accomplish, and it'll be that moment when I know it, and I'll go forward writing that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think, as of this point, like in a quote unquote like professional manner, like I'm still just quote unquote getting started. Like I've only got one real official project that's out for even consumption, and I've got one I'm trying to finish up. So it's like I haven't even started anything yet.
Yeah.
So I don't even really feel like it's time to like tell my whole story and like give you this full, this is my life. And like I'll give you portions of it. I'll give you thoughts, that are related to things I might feel or I've experienced. But you got to kind of like wait. I feel like I think it's good because now I get the chance to. Again, we can start branching into the other businesses, you know what I'm saying? Start thinking about other ways to do things instead of just being like, oh, I got to rely on rhyming words for everything to work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Like respects to the MCs, respects to the culture, as it is. But it's like reality is reality, you know what I'm saying? And, you got to be willing to put certain things forward and be like, okay, well, this is where the market's going, so to speak. There's more people willing to buy these things or to buy into these things or to pay for these things. So it's like, why not do that too then? You know, and that doesn't diminish this thing that you're trying to do too. Like, so yeah, man, I think it's a good time to just keep, you know, branching out like we said, and just trying these new things, doing like what you're doing with the you know, the customization and stuff. You know, that's if there wherever the market is, you know what I'm saying. If there's a way to get in on it and it's still related to something you enjoy or something that you like to do or whatever, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Why not? But yeah, man. Other than that, man. Oh man, it's been a crazy last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the other thing that did happen was Deebo passed from Friday. You know what I'm saying? So that was man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
62 years old. You know, that's young. You know.
Yeah, indeed.
That's young.
Yeah, he had a lot of life left to live. You know.
You know, and that's a storied character. You know what I'm saying? Deebo. You know what I'm saying? Tiny Lister.
Yeah.
He always had a presence, you know what I'm saying, on screen, you know what I'm saying? Every role, you know, he brought forth, you know what I'm saying, a presence, you know what I'm saying, that was like, he never played himself, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like, he never like tried to look like he was trying to do something, he never looked like he was putting on, like, he was just being him most of the time, you know what I'm saying, so... Yeah, man. Shouts out to his family.
It's crazy. I was just watching earlier A Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin and
damn, it's been so long since I've seen that. Yeah, God,
shit's on Netflix. But it ties in because Tiny Lister was in that, and I didn't know. He had a little cameo in the club. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
A little fight broke out. Martin stole on him and shit.
Yeah. Oh shit! I was
like, oh shit.
Yeah, because he was young. Like, there's some roles you see him in. He was young.
Yeah,
he was young. He probably was still he may just got into his 20s. You know what I'm saying? Early 20s. If that, he may have been young. He may have been in his teens. I don't know, because I feel like I seen him in stuff like early.
Well, he was. He might have been a little older than we think. I mean,
maybe he was
in his career. I mean, because he was in some shit with Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to say in like the early 80s.
Yeah, what was that shit he had? Well, he had that Z on his head.
Zeus. He was Zeus.
Zeus.
I don't know. I can't remember what the fucking movie's called.
What was it?
Old heads know.
Yeah, they
Shouts
know.
out to the OGs who know what that movie is.
Yeah. Go ahead. Somebody go ahead and shout that shit out for us. Let us know.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Because
Beezy know what it is.
Yeah. We ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Unfortunately for us. Or for y'all, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, man. But R.I.P. man. Tiny Zeus Lister.
Yeah,
Deebo.
man. Exactly. For sure. What else, man? What else has been going on around the world and this crazy 2020, man? It's getting ready to wrap up, and they've officially started releasing the vaccine for people to take. So we're gonna start to see that, and I mean the science is so back and forth, man, and obviously there's always this you know, the laws are still in such that it looks bad for anybody who looks at it on paper and sees the science behind these things and sees and just also realizes the laws that go with it, with there being apparently, I don't want to misstate and misquote, so don't say I know I'm saying this for a fact. I'm just saying I've heard that there is sort of a law or a way where you know, pharmaceutical companies can't be sued, you know, if there is some sort of bad reaction that you get from, you know what I'm saying, this vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess their logic is somewhere based along the lines of if there was to be anything that happened at all in relation to anything, they could just say something, and then there could be, you know, 4 or 5 cases that could be against them, and they could be for millions and millions of dollars, and the companies don't actually have all that money on hand, so they couldn't even really pay it off. And then there'll be a bunch of people who'll be dropped from insurance because the insurance company will go out of business, and all these other crazy ideas that just like, it just sounds like a cop out, really. You know, to be like, Well, then what's the point then? If I mean, I know it's like it's hard because the science says that it's really, in a lot of ways, they're saying so far. I've heard multiple doctors, I guess, say similar things about that. This is similar to most vaccines in terms of the effect that you're getting from it. You know, you're getting a little pain from the site of injection. You're getting a little bit of nausea potentially, and maybe symptoms of fever. And that's not you actually getting sick. It's actually your body's immune system kicking in, and it's responding naturally this way. It's what your body does. It's preparing itself by getting to learn the code of what the virus is. It's not the actual virus, though. It's just the code for the virus or something like. That's what they akin it to. So it's making your body get crazy immune in terms of like turning up its immune system to combat the chances of, if this virus was to get in, it would kill it off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it already knows what it is. Right. You know, that's the idea. Yeah, theoretically. You know? So who knows? I mean, and I'm not 100% opposed to it. My problem is, of course, the idea that this is very fast. Yeah. And it's never in history been something like this. Exactly. And though I'm not stupid enough to believe that things don't get quicker and more efficient at the same time, just due to the fact of time, we are further along now 10 years ago from now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will be, as far as, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm mixing it up, but the idea is that time moves to where we're doing things quicker than we once did before. You know what I'm saying? Just by virtue of there being so many great minds all together at the same exact time, being focused on the same exact thing at the same exact time. It's such an immense amount of scientific thought being put into what this virus is, what it does, how it activates, why it activates, like, and so it's not just one way of doing it. It's not just one person's way of thinking of it. This is all around the world. You know what I'm saying? Scientists from all over the planet, you know, from all different backgrounds being involved in trying to think of what this thing does and how it works. And they all work for these pharmaceutical companies in some avenue, by virtue of their science is going to now be used by these pharmaceutical companies. So, you know, I think that there's just a level of, this is very fast. Yeah. That's the problem. It's we have no way to tell what long-term effects are. We have no way to know what's going to potentially happen to people. Now, again, there's a lot of layers to this, because then there's also, you think about it, we all don't know a lot about, as far as especially foods and stuff that we're eating every day. Right. In terms of the way that they're prepared and what's in them, and as far as how they break down inside of your body and all these other things, and that we're probably ingesting a lot of the same things that are probably potentially in some of these vaccines. You know what I'm saying? So we've probably already been in contact with a lot of these similar chemicals already in some form. Indeed. Maybe by ingestion or some other way, but we've probably been in contact with them. So it's kind of like we're aware of the fact that it's bad, that it's so fast, but also, like, let's not be dumb to think that we haven't probably already been around some of these things. We probably haven't already had it at some point. Maybe it was in the flu one time. We got the flu shot one time and it had it in it. Or maybe we got some shit when we was a kid before we went to school. Or maybe we got, and we're still here. You know what I'm saying? And no worse for wear, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We all have different varying degrees of where we are in life, but, you know, I don't know. I just think, like, I'm not dumb enough to not believe and trust in people's, like, hesitance. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I am too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I don't know, man, because this shit is like less than a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we out here like
the fucking virus is it's not even a year old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, as far as they're saying it.
Well, yeah. It is
our exposure to it.
Yeah, our exposure to it is less than a year here. But the virus itself, I think it's fucking 5 years in the making. You know what I mean? We're neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, there's not enough information, you know what I'm saying, or at least for us in the public. I don't know what they know, but what they're telling us, it doesn't add up. You know what I mean? To me, it doesn't add up. I don't see the dots in this.
I think a big problem with a lot of stuff too is, like, again, we get caught up in our sort of way of thinking, our mode of thinking, or the way our mind sort of breaks down and ingests and digests information that we get. You know what I'm saying? How our perspective is skewing it from a way where it may not be all that way. It's just a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of stuff is sensationalized, and things are so jammed in your face, and so they are so biased. A lot of stuff is very one-sided and very much directed towards a certain agenda, because everybody's being paid off and everybody is involved in money in some way. And so it makes it easy for everything to just be corrupted in some way. But the corruption is not really corruption. It's more just, this is the system and how it operates. It has to operate this way in order for it to continue to operate. If it doesn't, it eats itself alive. And that's what's kind of slowly happening. But it's neither here nor there, like we said. But it is what it is. But we're watching, again, just we're not being given information in a way that's digestible for us. You know what I'm saying? It's being shoved in our faces. It's sensationalized. It's overthought. It's too much. It's agenda based. It's it's a lot of things that aren't just cut and raw. Here's the facts. Here's what we have. Here's what's going on. And here's what needs to, and in a way in which it's being used as a way that's really about the human element of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just these things to be used as a tool to garner something out of you to get something from you. Like, no, here it is. Bam, plop. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's right there in front of your face, and you take it in, and then we, all adjust accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is what it does, is how it operates. This is what's going to happen. If it does this, then it's going to do, like, it just, the clear-cut, concise, like.
What if they don't have those answers? That's what I think. That's what leads me to believe that. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they do, but I'm like, what if they don't? That's why I don't trust this vaccine, because I don't feel like they have all the answers to this fucking virus to have a vaccine for it.
Right. It just seems to me like it's too good to be true type deal. Yeah. Where it seems to be that it was so incredibly, malicious and incredibly dangerously and deadly this virus was so early on, and over time it's slowly gotten like softened into this thing that's just like, no, wait, but the vaccine. So once we give you guys this, then the world is saved. And it just seems so like, it's just everything just look, and again, a lot of stuff is because it's the way it's presented to us. A lot of information we're getting in our mode of digesting that information maybe is skewing what we're believing, because we're looking at the information through the lens of, it's this impending idea of this system that's just always trying to come against us and stop us and shut us down and take us out of our element and all these, and it's like that mentality kind of creates your perception. So even if the information was just being given to you in a way in which it was sort of kind of raw, or as raw as it could potentially be, I guess in some ways, you're not receiving it that way. Right. Like, you're maybe just not receiving it because it's just not your perception.
Indeed.
And that's hard to sometimes unpack. Read it with a bias. Yeah. We all do. I think we all have a little bit of that. And sometimes we have to break that down and be willing to say, the information is here. I can look at it, and I can make a decision for myself. And that's where I think we're losing sight of it as far as what's going on, is where some people, and most of us in some ways, are so fear-based right now, so riled up, that we're giving away freedom. You know what I'm saying? And in an attempt to save ourselves from all this impending doom of this virus, it's making us give away freedom. It's giving away our rights to certain things and our ability. There's already a bunch of companies who, excuse me, are believing in the idea that it's necessary that, concerts and things of that nature, like if you don't have a vaccine, you can't come. This could be a thing, and that could be. There's going to be less companies, I think, because it's going to create another system then. It's going to slowly start, or not another system. It'll at least create other businesses. It'll create other small businesses that'll start popping up. That'll start taking the brunt of it by saying, "No, we allow anybody in our stores. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about no vaccines. We don't care about, you know, whatever else you guys talk about. Nah, anybody can come on our store. And I think that's what we need, because it's like, yo, at the end of the day, we have not seen, you know, our entire world shut the fuck down and die off as it appears it should have. You know what I'm saying? It seems to be still running. Though it seems to be putting along, as they say, it is running.
Yeah.
And so I think that we're fooling ourselves, because there's people who are making money hand over fist right now.
Absolutely.
And a bunch of us are sitting around with our thumbs up our asses, just scared and fearful. Yeah. It's like, yo, there's people right now making money all over the place. And that's the thing. It's like, yo, the game don't stop, the world don't stop, things don't end. They just keep going, and we're gonna keep looking backwards and being mad and being angry and being like, oh, but because of, and when I should have, and I just was waiting for, and once I got, and it's like, yeah. These are the times, you know what I'm saying, where we can make some decisions, like you said, about different things that we normally would have done. Why not this time? Don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, and just make a decision to be like, yo, the tiredness and the exhaustion, or the, you know, the mundaneness of certain routines I may have to, you know, adhere to for a while may suck, but the end result is going to be so much more. So I might as well just say fuck it, and, you know, take this, you know, 1 year or whatever, and just kind of be like fuck it and just do what I got to do, because if I don't, there may not be another window of opportunity that comes along that's like this, where it's actually disaligned, where I got enough things and the money is kind of looking good and this isn't right, and okay, yo, all right, might as well do this decision now, because, you know, 2 years from now something could happen, or next year, or a month later, when you didn't make that decision, and you were saying once you did this, and then something else comes up, and then something, and now it's like, you never know, you know. Just gotta kind of make those adjustments and those steps, you know what I'm saying? And we'll see, man. This vaccine, man, is I don't know, man. Like I said, man.
I don't know, man. Well, I don't know.
I'm not with it right now. Yeah, that's what I'll say that.
Now,
I'll say that publicly. Yeah, nah, I'm not with it. Yeah. I'm not fucking with it, man. I think those who are healthcare workers and stuff, people who work in hospitals and things of that nature, yeah, they should be, because they're directly exposed themselves to patients every day. You know what I'm saying? So let them get it, and then we'll see what happens with these people, like in the next, let's at least give it 3 months, 4 months, you know what I'm saying, and see what happens with these people who have been vaccinated.
There's reports, of course, of adverse effects as now, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to, you know, like.
I think the thing is, though, that we're all our lens is a little skewed, like, because what happens is we're
looking for the shit.
Yeah, and also, yeah, exactly. And there's other vaccines that had similar effects, people were affected by it, that people had bad effects to it. So it's like, are we gonna start picking a time now, because we could have a few handful of people that are gonna catch it, but then there's still hundreds of thousands of people who are catching it and dying from it. Yeah. Are we gonna? I mean, what are we weighing against? Like, this is when morality starts to get a little kind of tricky for people, because they can't decide. They start feeling like they're deciding people's death. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a reality, you know, is that people are dying from this virus, and so this is a viable source in which we can use that can stop this from happening. And I think, like we were saying, that it's going to get to a point where there's going to be so many people who are going to get it anyways, because there's so many people who want it anyways. I think we're not naive enough to believe we're like the majority, you know what I'm saying, that between me and you who have both said we don't want it, that we don't believe that there are other people who do. Right. We know. And those people who do will then become the people who, if it works, and it really did, you know what I'm saying, keep them from getting the virus, then they're going to kill off the virus by the fact that they have the viral, like they said, quote unquote, the viral load will get so low that it will be like almost like the virus isn't around anymore. And as long as we just continue to maintain what we've been doing, for the most part, when you're indoors with close proximity to people, you keep a mask on, the virus will go away. Like, or at least go to a point where it's so not even non-existent that it's almost as if it doesn't exist anymore. Right. And as long as people are just adhering to better sanitizing situations in their establishments, then it'll go. It won't be such a thing you have to think about all the time.
Yeah.
But it'll be a blessing in disguise because we'll keep ourselves from probably catching other viruses by just being more conscious about our sanitizing of areas and things of that nature. And then I don't think it's unlikely to do it. I think it's for the best. If everybody just who wants it, cool, go for it. Y'all go for it. Nobody wants to stop nobody right from saying that they want it. If they want it, go for it.
Not at all.
Enjoy it.
Just don't. I just don't.
You can't mandate people to do these things. That's where the problems start. You start there already is too many things that are in the system. Again, piss tests alone, anywhere to a job to anybody is invasion of privacy because you can tell a lot about somebody's urine, where they've been, what they've been eating, what they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're kind of invading. You're checking. You can see hormone levels and things of that nature. So you can probably tell if they've had sex or what they've been up. Like you literally can start breaking down somebody's life, little by little. Like it's an investigative thing. That's like it's in a lot of different things that I think is fucked up. That they do to you all the time. It's been done to you already. Your blood has been taken at some point. When you were born, they took your placenta. They took you know what I'm saying. So there's a piece of you in something everywhere, somewhere, somehow. You know what I'm saying? We're our DNA is being used before we even knew about it. Like it's just the reality of it. And you know what I'm saying. This is what.
What do they do with the placentas?
Who knows, man? Make a lot of things. I'm sure they're making a lot of makeups and a lot of fucking cosmetics and things. Yeah, for real.
What the fuck?
They believe in this like healing effects. I believe it does though.
Yeah.
Because placenta is supposed to be what was keeping you alive.
Yeah.
That's what kept you alive. When you were a baby.
I get that, but.
The amniotic fluid and shit, all that shit is good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I'm not into that type of stuff, but this is some science stuff that other people I believe are into. I've heard other crazy celebrities who talk about these things. They're probably into some other ritualistic type things. I don't want to know. I don't want to be involved with. But yeah, moving right along. Let's just get straight into some more music shit, man. Let's get straight into some music shit, man. But we'll start with some unfortunate news. Unfortunate news. Lil Wayne looks like he's facing some charges. Unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
They're saying he had a gun and he had some drugs with him. So
violation of probation.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man. It looks like
I heard something around like range of like 10. Maybe possibly. Yeah. I
mean, he's pleading guilty though. He's already done that. He stepped out front and said that. I remember that he did out front say he's definitely pleading guilty. So by the fact of him taking fault, I think they're going to take away a lot of the time that they were going to give him. So. And then I don't know what if he may have to serve any time. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I think
he's gonna have to serve some
I think so too. I really do too.
That year and a day thing ain't going with this one this time.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because it's a violation of that prior charge. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So
I'm sure she's making decisions right now on what he's gonna do to make the best decision.
You heard about the Masters?
Yeah, I heard that too. That's what I mean. I think he's trying to make the best decision he can business-wise so he can get out and make the right decisions once he's out.
Yeah.
Like in terms of what the money he has left and what he can do with that after he gets out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think he knows that. It's a smart move, I think, in terms of overall, I think, like I saw something. Shouts out to, I don't know homie. I don't speak to him like that, but I know him and I respect him as far as, out here in the Virginia area, a rapper named Noah O. I saw a video of him talking about like Wayne and like him doing this like as a businessman and as a creative. It's great, really, in terms of if you're a creative, you can always create. So it's like maybe this is more of a flip for you. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to look at yourself and say, this is an opportunity to like reinvent myself. Right. And I can kind of take this time to like, okay, that stuff I sold that masters to is like, cool. That don't mean nothing because truthfully, I'm about to reinvent myself in a new way and where I'm going to always be able to recreate and do something with myself. And even though if I don't own those masters, that's still my music. I can still, do partnerships and do music. I can still make things like, I don't think, you should judge a creative if they decide that they need to do something as far as a human for what they believe is right for them, what they need to do for their life. You know what I'm saying? What they believe to be their next version of themselves and what they could do to create on another level. Like, you know, again, much peace and love to that man, Lil Wayne, on his case and everything. And
indeed,
because that's that's
real shit, man.
You can't imagine these things, and this is to him. It's just recreational thing, for him. Unfortunately, I don't know all his business, and I don't want to assume he's in any kind of condition that he needs like medical treatment or anything. I don't know these things,
right.
So I just assume these things are recreational things he does from time to time. He messes around with these substances, and this is what he does. Unfortunately, the problem was really you should have never in your life, especially since you've already been to prison before for a gun, you should have never been around a gun.
Right.
Definitely shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know if that was really him. That could have been something that was made up too. Maybe that comes out that wasn't actually him who had the gun. Maybe somebody else did, and they're trying to act like that's what happened. And I don't know these things. You know what I'm saying? This is all it's all hearsay so far. It's all stuff people are saying, stories and people are saying. And but yeah, that's unfortunate, man.
Very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for him. Yeah, again, much love to him, and good luck to
him.
him.
Makes it out on the better side of that. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Keeping it moving right along with music. We're gonna go right into. Neither of us are really huge fans and know much about their discographies, but E40, Too Short, the Bay Area, they doing their verses. You know what I'm saying? That's the next one's up.
I think the 19th, if I'm not mistaken.
It is? Well, that's soon. That's this weekend.
Yeah.
It's this weekend. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow's the 18th. Tomorrow's Friday the 18th.
Yep.
Wow. We're getting close to Christmas, New Year's, crazy. But yeah, man, that's dope. I mean, I don't know them either. I don't really, I know them by virtue of them just being, like we were both saying, they're staples. They're pillars in the game. Like, you just know them. They are the Bay Area. Like, think of the Bay Area, they are them. If it wasn't, rest in peace, if Mac Dre was still around,
word.
He was that was another one that was like, that's the Bay. You know that's the Bay when you hear that. Like, you could just tell. Word. And that's what E40, like, he birthed a lot of these rappers. Literally birthed them.
Hyphy, the whole hyphy
everything. Even before that, his storytelling and stuff he did back early in the late 80s, early 90s. He's been around for a long fucking time. He's been rapping for a long time. And he doesn't stop. He'll put out, every year he could put out like a double disc. It's nothing for him.
Yeah. My weebles.
Yeah. And then Too Short and...
Yeah. Too Short.
Stories about him, man. The stuff we seen on the documentaries and shit that they say about him. He just found out what the drug dealers needed. He was just the drug dealers' like anthem. He just made their music for them. And then he would just go sell it to them.
Damn.
So he just made the music that they needed to hear, and then he would just sell it to them. And then he started making he started making the music. The pimps needed music, so he started making music for the pimps, and then he started giving it to the pimps, and then, like, yo, that's just knowing the again, linking in with the community. If you already around these people, you seeing them every day, you start talking to them a little bit more, you start figuring out he likes this, or you listen enough, you start picking up and being like, oh, okay, and then you just go do shit naturally, and when they come around, they be like, oh shit, what's that? You got them. Yeah. Like what I heard, I can't remember his name. I always Damon. I know his name from Fubu, Proof of Concept. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about that. Like, once you got proof of concept, you good. You off to the races. You know what I'm saying? Once you can prove that something that you believe in and this idea that you want to get into the world, once you can prove it by, people starting to call back and say that they like it, or people giving you responses, now you can start using that to let people know, oh, this works. Yeah. Because he said it, she said it, he said it. Yeah. I got 10 people right now that would scream for this. They'll tell you. Yeah. So that right there becomes your way of knowing. That's when you should keep going. You know what I mean? Like, you just need that handful of people that'll push you to get to that next 10 or that next 15 or that next whatever. Like, that's why the work should be what's fun. You should enjoy that aspect. Once you get in having that fun with that, then it's all this shit comes naturally. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about none of this shit. That's why E40, Too Short, that's what they represent, man. They represent just going.
Yeah.
They've been in it for years.
Yeah. Yeah,
and they can still drop today with the youngins. You know what I'm saying?
I believe they still are dropping music.
They do, yeah. I know E40 for sure. I heard him on a bunch of guest features and stuff he's put out on his own, with people guest featuring on his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same with Too Short, like, yes, and same with like Juicy J and 3 6 Mafia, what they've been doing for years. Like, there's artists that have been around. Hip hop has been around, and there's artists that are sticking around for 25 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Still rocking, still going. Like,
there's no need to. I mean, there's no one to tell you have to stop.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? There's no cap on this shit.
Nope. There isn't. You just gotta love it.
I just heard. I was listening to Hove the other day, and he in a verse he said, "I'm gonna do this shit till I'm 80." And I kind of believe him.
And I believe him too. He'll drop a verse randomly at 80. One day you be chilling and shit. Next thing you know, you wake up and it'll be a J verse on your phone, on your watch or some shit. Just pop up on your watch, and some random, because the world gonna be different by then.
Yeah.
But 30 years from now, world gonna be different. Music gonna be different. Shit's gonna be. Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? We thought this 30 years ago what the world would look like. We couldn't imagine it would look like this. Indeed. We can't. It's hard to imagine what 30 years from now is gonna look like.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some wild stuff, because the world we seeing now. Technology, the things we watching happen.
Shit, 2023 we gonna have flying cars.
Yo, for real. And I'm gonna be in the house. I am not going outside.
Hell no.
Tell me the times that y'all flying. I'm going out after. I don't want to be on the road anywhere where you guys are flying. Anybody, because it could be anybody by accident. Again, get to charge their shit or something and just be falling from the sky.
Somebody who's not supposed to have it. Got into that.
Somebody gonna forget. There's got to be a failsafe that's put into every single one of those vehicles, like from the jump, that when your car gets to a certain percentage or whatever it is, fuel setting, whatever it might be, it automatically tells you have to land. And then if you don't, it lands for you or whatever. Somehow it does, because if not, there will be people dying out.
Oh yeah.
It'll be people falling out the sky. It'll be crazy stuff happening.
I just gotta make it to the gas pump.
I just gotta make it to the charge station.
Shit's on red.
Make it to the charge station. I can make it.
Shit's on red?
Nah.
You gonna be the first one to test out the limits of the battery?
Fuck that. What are the safety protocols when you fall? Like, is there like any kind of airbag system or anything that deploys when you hit?
The picture I saw, I didn't see no harness,
nothing,
no fucking
right?
parachute on.
There's no safety involved.
Nah.
This is just, you're going for it. You're just going for it. Let's see what happens. Enjoy. I seen a dude made it out of a tub. He took a tub and put like 4 drones, you know what I'm saying? 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and used those, and like was able to use it. He found a way to use the controls on it and shit, and flew that from his house. He lived in like Germany or something. And like flew over these trees and shit to like the little mini store.
Wow.
A little like mini mart or whatever. Got what he needed, some food or whatever, got back, hopped into the shit, and then flew back to his house.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, yo, he had no harness or nothing. He just had a little seat. He put a little he had a strap, a small strap he put over top of the tub, but that was it. He didn't have no airbag, no nothing. In case if one of those things would have... anything.
Forgot to charge?
Anything could have happened.
Woo!
Yeah. I said, you a brave soul.
Man.
I'm good on that. I'm straight, man. I like cars. I'm good.
Take my chances on
cars
the 4 wheels.
Man. Yeah, I'm cool on that, man.
Heck yeah.
I know what happens in those situations if you get into an accident. I don't know what happens if you get into an accident on a flying object.
With 4 drones in a box? No.
I don't know about that.
That's
yeah, exactly. Bad. You go break something that you can't heal. You can't it's over. Yeah, I'm straight. I don't want none of that. Hell no.
That's nuts.
Oh, man. I don't even know how we just got to that.
I don't know, man. We're talking about the future, man. We don't know what the future holds.
We don't know what the future holds, do we, man? Damn, 2021, man. This year's been something serious, man.
Yeah.
The holidays approaching, man.
Yeah.
You celebrate Christmas, basically?
Yeah, we you know, we do the gifts.
The gifts and stuff. Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Exchanging of gifts and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nature.
For sure. Yeah.
Kids
I mean, I'm not
excited.
doing none of that this year.
Man, I can dig it, dog. I wish I wouldn't have. I'm looking at my
bank
account now. I'm like,
I feel you. But you know, I think for most people who did, I think it was a good idea for those who did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But overall, you know, I hope people can be safe, but still get time to be with their families in some manner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what during this time of year. This is an incredible time. The 21st of this month, they say it's supposed to be a special time. You know what I'm saying? In alignment of an age, of the ages, so to speak. Yeah. So
Indeed.
we're watching.
I feel it, man. I feel like there's been a shift in energy. You know what I'm saying?
I do too.
And it's good, man. You know what I mean? Amidst all this other, you know, sadness and all this shit that's going on, you know, I
think it's given most people the sort of the allowance almost to go deeper, like go for it. If you're hurting, if you don't know, go, or if you're unsure, or if there's something you want to say, you should say it. Yeah. Don't think about it too much. Don't get too caught up on what somebody might say, what they might feel about what you say, because we need to get to the root of problems. And people holding on to things and trying to find the right way to say something is why we can't get things done. Yeah, we got to get people to just say things, be vulnerable,
take action. I think this is what this energy is making people do. Is take action. You know, whatever you were thinking about doing, it was festering in your brain, and you just took fucking 6 years. Do it. Take the time to do it now.
Step by step. It's steps. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that post you made on your story about, you know, making six figures isn't nothing but making, you know,
247 a day.
247 a day, you know, and there's many ways to break that down. You know, different services or products you can sell. There's different things you can do. So you just got to know your thing that you do. Yeah. Know the market you're trying to service, and just make sure you keep hitting, and make sure you stay active. Make sure you keep up with whatever it is that you think can work, you know what I'm saying? And like we said, don't be afraid, you know what I'm saying? Just do that shit. Whatever that thing is, or whatever the thing that's worrying you or concerning you, talk about it. Figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Like don't wait for the moment where something magical happens and it all changes. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You got to work. Yep. Do something. If you start taking action, things start happening, you know what I mean? Exactly. Sitting around, you sit around. That's literally all that comes to that. Yeah. We talked about this 1,000 times. The
path don't move, man.
Exactly. The path don't move. And it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. Literally, like, I've heard that a lot too. Like, what's meant for you is there. Yep. It's just waiting for you. You don't have to do anything. Yeah. Literally, you just got to own up to it. And then shit starts happening. But if you don't, nothing happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? I took a risk, not a risk, so to speak. What am I talking about? I took a risk. Like I was trying to holler at her. but shouts out to Capri, man. Shouts out to Amelia ENT, man. Her birthday was this weekend. She started all the shows out here for real. Like she did. I remember back in the day we used to go to Taipan, or even Manila Ave. Yeah. She was there. She's been doing shit for a long ass time. Okay. So I was like, I just wanted to shout her out. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to what VA is doing.
Happy belated.
Shouts out to all the artists out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing it, man, because Virginia, we low key been knowing that there's just a difference about. Yeah. We got every single sound, literally here. Yeah. There's a southern sound, there's a western sound, there's a hard sound, there's a R&B, there's a neo soul, there's a rock, there's a jazz, there's I've heard and seen almost every element of everything here. You know what I'm saying? And
melting pot, man.
Yeah. And of top tier levels. Yep. Remember too, like D'Angelo's from Richmond. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, and all the other artists. Chris Brown is from where? Tappahannock.
Tappahannock.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's tough.
Like 12,000 people there. Some shit.
But
shout out to Tappahannock.
But he spent time all over Virginia. I know in Trey Songs and you know all these artists from out here. You know, it's just. You know,
Allen Iverson, you want to get into
absolutely. You want to get down to the athletics and shit. You know what I'm saying? Plaxico. You know,
people, man. Vic, the Vicks.
The Vicks. You know what I mean? It's just the energy around this time, and like you said, around this area.
Us, goddammit.
Us, goddammit, mother. No, but for real, man, I had to shout out to the people that's out here doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Shouts out to everybody. I don't want to name individuals too much because it just gets forever.
Yeah, no, there's a slew of
we know
people, man, out here doing shit, creators, man.
And respects to people just continuing on, knowing that, you know, doing what you want to do is more important than, you know, all the biggest accolades you could get or somebody coming and recognize you, somebody shouting you out or whatever. Like, regardless, if you're providing, you know, honesty and truth and vulnerability, you should keep doing that because that's really where everything is at right now. We need that from people. We need you to just come true to who you are. Come as you are, as they say. Like, just be what you need to be because there's too much fake shit out here. It's hard to tell these days. You know what I'm saying? So the easiest way to not be looking like we don't know what you do is to be honest all the time. Just be upfront. When you are, you don't gotta guess. You just know shit. You just see it. You don't have to guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One more thing, man. We can talk about. I did see a headline that Northam, he does want to bring recreational marijuana out here to Virginia by 2021.
Yeah.
So we could see that industry start to boom by the end of next year.
I'm trying to have my foot in the water.
You ain't lying, man. That's the biggest industry right now. That's gonna be like the gold rush. It's gonna be like the gold rush.
Not in the actual physical business, definitely stocks, but I want to be in the physical realm.
Should be in every aspect of it as we can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
I think hard work and determination, man, and belief. I think anything we want, you know what I'm saying, we can do that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to, you know, like we said, get our feet wet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get inside of what the business world is. Get these LLCs, get these businesses started and start to run them and start to do the day-to-day work and start trying to keep the numbers together and start just getting the wheels turning in your head of doing what that is and understanding it. So, because that shouldn't be so foreign to us. It shouldn't be foreign to anybody. We should all be willing to take that step and know that it's just a few $100s here and there. You take this, boom, boom. Then you just make sure you market and promote properly, and you believe in what you're doing, and you can always make it. Like, it doesn't have to be the biggest thing either. And if it does, then that's great. You should work for that. But don't be unsatisfied if you get a few $1,000s a month from something or whatever amount you get from it. Like, just take what you can get and just keep working towards it, man, because you know that industry is big. That's gonna be the biggest thing out here. Like,
hell yeah.
once our feet are wet with business ideas, we'll understand how to just take that over to that industry and just start doing what we need with that. Like, and in the meantime, meet with the right people. Talk with, you know what I'm saying, again, talk to people from other states who have already done it. You know what I'm saying, who already got it implemented, already understand how it operates. Know the licensing you need to have. Like, you know, there's plenty of stuff. There's free information. Like we said, we learned plenty of stuff from just watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like, you can get the information if you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I've seen books, DIY cannabis businesses.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Cannabis startups and shit like that.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But no, it's shit. Northam's talking about it, but they're even talking about it on a federal level, decriminalizing.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
If these two senators get elected, or just seats in the Senate or whatever, you know, potentially decriminalizing that, so that'd be cool.
Yeah,
because then I could smoke freely and not have to worry about my job. Anyway,
I think it's just it's unnatural for people to want to know what you're doing with your body. Like, outside of your time working around them.
Right.
Like, and being that there's no way to tell that, like, there's that would mean that you would have to monitor everybody all the time when they came into work. You know what I'm saying? Like, for all things, not just for that. When they came into work, they'd have to know, did you have alcohol? Did you have pills? Did you have this? Did you have, why are you just singling that out? You need to know what I'm on, right? You need to know if I'm of whatever you call sane.
No, the problem lies because marijuana stays in your system the longest out of everything that you could possibly take in the world.
But due to that, then I would say that that's why you need to check for everything at the moment. Then
they do. That's what I'm saying. They do. But the only thing that's gonna pop up if you know how to beat and cheat the system.
They need to find something that goes back further that they can tell from.
Yeah.
So they can find whatever the drug is that goes back the furthest. What's the test you need to do to find that drug? Okay, well then you need to do that drug first, and then you need to find every other one afterwards. Find the worst drug first. How do you find out if somebody's done heroin?
Yeah.
Do that test.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if I do, let's say. From what I heard, cocaine stays in your system for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So if I know I'm gonna be tested, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna do cocaine for 3 days. If I'm an avid cocaine user,
that's very true. That's very true.
And that's what I'm saying. Like because of that, it's like a loophole. You know what I mean? Where you can't just say you could smoke marijuana one time and potentially it could last in your system for up to a month. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And you just might just so happen to be tested the last week of that month and pop positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Overall, it's just invasion of privacy,
Indeed,
man.
I agree.
And it's you know, the drug itself, or not even the drug, what they've called this drug.
Right.
You know, it's just a plant, and the problem comes in where you're just deciding between one or the other when there's no proof behind what you're trying to say about this, and the things that you're trying to say about it. There are things that are worse than that are legal. You know, alcohol and cigarettes are like way worse. You know what I'm saying? They've done the damage to to people for years and years and years, and they're still killing people all over the place. And yeah, it's just overdue.
They like it.
Yeah, it's overdue. It's long overdue. The nature of the world is changing, and I think the tides have changed enough that if you don't get on board with what people are saying, you're gonna lose out on the potential for what's already happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? The things are already gonna take place, whether the government or whatever is in on it or not. You know, the drug trade, all these other things, they're gonna continue to go on, whether or not they're in on it or not. It doesn't matter. You don't have to get on it. Like the cartels don't mind. Nobody else who's doing it at the black market level, they're
not asking for this shit to be legal.
Yeah, they don't care. Nobody cares. So it's like, you know, you can decide if you want to or not. But it's gonna continue to be around. They're gonna continue to be people who are gonna grow it at high levels. They're gonna be people who are gonna provide it in some way. It never goes away. Like same way what we talked about, like with guns and stuff. It's like they're here, man. Like, what do you think you're gonna stop guns now? Like, you tripping, man. The thought of guns are in the minds of humans. That's all we have to have. We don't even have to have physical guns. The thought of it is in your head. That means somebody, and we know we have the mentality of how to make it. We know there are the blueprints to make them. So that means that they're everywhere, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
That means that as long as somebody has the blueprint for one, that means that they're always there. That we got to get away from these ideas that we're going to eliminate something. No, you're not. You're not going to eliminate it. We're just going to find ways to start being better with it. Like, it's here. Marijuana's here. It's not going nowhere. We better just start figuring out how to better implement what is the best ways to use and monitor it. That's it. Don't try to like stop it. That's stupid. That don't make no sense. Same way we don't stop alcohol, do we? We just monitor it and make sure that we got it as under control as we possibly can have it under control. Yeah. That's it. Other than that, it's like, no, it's there. What are we fucking gonna do? Just stop the shit? It's just asinine. It's wasted time. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any money. It doesn't do anything for anybody. It's just another way to, like you said, it's another control system. It's another tool. It's another way to use things against people. Like, we've seen it. We know. So it's like, we're watching it change. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy to see it. It's crazy to even see the headlines, you know what I'm saying, and see these things being said, you know, that it passed in the House and then it's going to the Senate. You're like, what? Like, for real? So,
like I said, it's long overdue. Long overdue.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we talked about it before, you know, and so.
We know what's going to happen here, so we just got to sit back and wait for Northam to do what he's going to do.
Yeah,
but
basically.
As far as the federal level, fingers crossed. You know?
Yeah, man. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough momentum behind it. There's enough people who believe in seeing this thing through to understand, again, that, the world has changed. It's, like you said, it's long overdue. And everybody wins, so to speak, in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who wants to be involved in the market, everybody who wants to use, that's your ability to choose. And I think that's our right as a human. You should be able to choose what you want to put in your body, and what you want to do with it. And if you are of sane mind and you're of you're an adult, you should be able to make these decisions. Like, well, who's to tell?
Buy a gun.
Yeah, exactly. I could buy a gun, man. I could buy I could buy a Draco, man.
Yeah.
A Draco is a handheld machine gun. You know that.
Yeah.
It's like it's a machine gun, but it fits in your hand.
Yeah, it's classified as a pistol.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not.
So that's just not good, man. And we got to get away from this dumb idea about what drugs are, or how to constitute what a drug is, and what the word drug even means. And like it's just ridiculous, man. They're always gonna be around, man. Once it's around, it's around.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what
happens. That one state that legalized everything again?
Oh, yeah.
Oregon or something?
I think it was Oregon or something.
They know about it.
What to check in with their asses. Let's see what they doing out there,
Let's go
man.
ask them about some drugs.
Them motherfuckers is out there. They got it. Y'all need to go out there. But yeah, man, if that's your thing, man, that's your thing, man. It's your vice. Whatever your vices are. I just would encourage everybody to be conscious of what you're doing. Take heed, man. These pills and stuff is laced with random stuff, man, and this fentanyl stuff is not to be joked with, man. So if you out there popping stuff just to pop it, or if you snorting, I don't know what you guys do. I don't know people who watch this or listen to this. I don't know.
Right.
But just in the offhand chance that somebody was to be listening to this who does those things, I'd encourage you to please stop that. Please stop. The pills ain't it, man. The pills, can we kill that off in 2021, man?
Let's leave pills in 2020.
Leave all of that crazy stuff to the old days, man. Like, let that shit die off, man.
Or get a weed pill. Is there weed pills?
I don't know, but they have syrup that's like it's like THC syrup.
Yeah.
Maybe people can get to that, but even THC is not really great for you either, man.
Yeah.
Like a high dosage of THC.
Concentrated shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's good for you either, man. So I'd say stick to CBDs if you're trying to get some relaxation.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of THC in your system if you need that. Just stick to the plant, man.
Yeah, man.
Just stick to the plant, man.
You can't go wrong with the plant.
You know what I'm saying? I think we all overthinking this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody want to do too much. Turn that shit into crack.
Yo, have you seen that?
Yep.
Have you seen it like crystallized?
Yeah.
99% or something like that. I'm like
that and the vaccine y'all can have.
Yeah, I'm good, man. You have to freebase it, man. I couldn't imagine myself doing that to myself. I'm freebasing. Nope, I'm straight.
I'm cool, man.
I'm good, man. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Why is everybody trying to outdo everybody? Like, what is the point, man? Okay, I know you can do it, but why? Yeah. Is there a why to anything you do, or you just do the shit?
They just do the shit, man.
It's just...
They stopped believing that you shouldn't reinvent the wheel. Now they just want to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, man.
Let's make this motherfucker the best wheel we can make.
Apparently, man. I don't get it, man. I'm not with it. I'm just, I'm old school, like I said, man. I'm quote unquote old school, whatever you want to call it. I stick to the basics, like, you break it up, you put it in something, and you light it, man. Like, what is all this other thing that you guys are trying to add to it, or it's got to be this purification process and this, you want the percentage to be 40% or something. I'm like, man, no, man. Put the seed in the ground, let it grow in the right conditions, and then pluck the blood. Man, wait, all this extra stuff you doing, man, stop.
What is this?
Golly.
This, I don't know.
Man. The game, man. They messing up the game, man. Got the game all twisted, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, that's what that is, man, on that. So this has been episode 315.
Hey.
Took a week off. We back. Got about, maybe 2 episodes left until the new year.
Word.
So, man, stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. I got the mixtape coming soon. My man, the Baker got his EP coming soon.
I can't wait for that mixtape, man.
Oh, I can't.
I said I was giving you your flowers earlier, but
nah, man.
Boy, I cannot wait for that.
Yeah,
shit.
man. I'm be happy for that one, man. But anyways, man.
Yeah.
It's been the Words Illah Podcast. You know what it is. We out of here, bitch.
Yeah.